Hey everyone, Mandy here. So today we're going to do a little how-to video on how to apply Tariffs to a helmet. So there's a lot of intricate things in racing, from siping the tires to scaling the cars to applying tear-offs. It seems silly, right? Why not just slap them on and let them go? So tear-offs are like windshield wipers for your car, but there's no button or switch to clean the shield. The driver has to be able to rip the tear-off off while going at high speeds. Trust me, I have made my fair share of boo-boos when it comes to applying tear-offs. So you want to make sure to apply them properly because it really can affect the driver's vision. So for starters, there are several different kinds of tear-offs that are out there, but I have two with me that I'm going to show you. So for starters, the first type of tear-off actually comes individually. So let me pull this out for you. See, like so. So individual. Some tear-offs super thin, some tear-offs individually are super thick. Again, depending on the driver's preference. So the second type of tear-offs I have are the racing optics. Now this comes with 3 stacks per sleeve in it. So actually what's really interesting too, which if your driver already has these, you don't need to worry about it. But depending on the type of shield is on the helmet, goes with what kind of tear-off, because there are all different kinds that, they can run on their helmet. So, of course, depending if the track is dry and slick, they're probably not going to need a whole lot of tear-offs. If the track is heavy, definitely make sure to check with the driver and see how many stacks they actually want to put on, because then they're going to be tearing off a lot of tear-offs. So this is what a stack looks like when you pull it out of the sleeve. So the white, it's just basically a separator to keep it clean from getting scratched up and dirty. So you're going to want to take this off, otherwise your driver's not going to be able to see anything. Alright, so enough of that. We're going to get down to the nitty-gritty. So you're only going to need two tools to get this job done. Flathead screwdriver and a Phillips screwdriver. So let's say that your driver just got done with the heat raise and they're calling out the feature right now and they don't have time to clean their helmet or put new tear-offs on. So this is where you come in. So what you're going to do is first go to the post on the side of the helmet and just put the screwdriver in it and just loosen. You'll notice that the tear-offs will move just a little bit, so it'll loosen them up, and then that'll just make it easier for you to tear off. So you don't have to tear them off individually, you can tear off the whole stack. So now that you have the tear-offs off, you want to make sure to wipe off the shield and clean the helmet. I'll usually just clean the actual shield itself just with a dry paper towel, but if for some reason there are pieces of dirt that are on the shield, I'll just get like some glass cleaner or some Windex, something really simple, and it won't be harsh on the shield. One thing to keep in mind when you are cleaning the helmet and cleaning the shield is that you want to make sure to do all of the cleaning before you apply the new tear-offs on the shield, because the water can seep and it can leak into the tear-offs. It can get in between the tear-off and the shield, and it'll make it very hard for the driver to be able to see through the shield. So you definitely want to make sure to be aware of that and to clean the helmet before you apply the tear-offs. So for this, I am going to use the Racing Optics tear-offs because that's what Mike uses. So when using these, actually, what is really super nice about these tear-offs is that they're stacked together. It almost looks like there's only one tear-off. However, there's 10 individual tear-offs that are stuck together. Believe it or not, there is a right and wrong way to apply these type of tear-offs, because there is a sticky film used in between each tear-off to make them a stack like this. So when you're applying, you want to make sure to read the writing on the tear-off because it says racing optics, so you know it's the correct side when it's eligible. When it's backwards, the writing is backwards, so you know that it is backwards. You need to turn it back over to apply the tear-offs. So when you're applying the tear-off to the shield, as I said, make sure to read the writing and that the tear-off is on correctly. Because if you do not put it on correctly, you're probably thinking, well, what's it matter? Well, if you don't put it on correctly, you put it on backwards, when they rip that tear-off off, the sticky side will be on the outside. So the dirt is gonna collect onto the tear-off, and you do not want that to happen. That's defeating the purpose of the tear-offs. So make sure that the sticky side is down. Another very important thing to keep in mind is which side your driver tears off their tear-offs. So if they tear off from the right, you're gonna want to fold your tabs on the right side of the helmet. If your driver tears off from the left, you're gonna wanna fold your tabs on the left side of the helmet. That is another boo-boo that I have done, is that I have put the tabs on the wrong side of the helmet. I did that to my dad once, and I believe he rips from the left side of his helmet because he's a lefty. Well, I put the tabs on the right side. So when my dad went to rip off, he ripped off the entire stack of tear-offs. So definitely keep in mind and be aware of which side your driver tears the tear-offs from. Alrighty, so Mike tears off from the right side. So you're gonna put the left side on first. You're gonna match up this little hole onto the post. And then what you're gonna do on the right side is we're going to individually fold each tear-off. So you might be wondering, why do we have to fold each individual tear-off? Now that is because the driver is gonna have gloves on. He's gonna be racing, like I said, at high speeds. So they're not gonna be able to feel each tear-off, you know? So you want to fold a tab just like so that it'll be a little bit thicker for them to just grab and rip. So you fold one tear off, you get the next one, put it on the post like so, fold it. Just keep repeating until you get to the very end, just like so. There you have it. Now our tear-offs are on. Just make sure to push them down just a smidge to make sure that it is covering the shield properly. And then what we're gonna do is, there is actually a little screw behind the post. So you want to make sure to get in there, get that screw, just to make sure that you tighten the post properly. Otherwise, it could likely fall off the shield, and then you'll really have a big problem. So what you're gonna do is just go back to tightening the post. That way it pulls the tear-offs tighter onto the helmet, not leaving any loose air or space so no dirt can get in it. Then just make sure to double check yourself, make sure everything is nice and tight and snug. Alright, just so you can have an idea, this is the side that you don't even bother with. This is the side that you folded with all of your tabs. And this is the side your driver will grab onto and rip to have a clean shield. And there you have it. Now you know how to apply tear-offs to a helmet.